pang-sampung joint meeting na tayo sa House Blue Ribbon Committee sa issues related sa application ng franchise ng abs-cbn. Nakafocus po tayo sa isang issue ngayong hapon ito, yung alleged violations ng abs-cbn of our tax laws. We are joined by members in the plenary and via Zoom at the moment, and we will take note of their attendance. Allow me to thank our members who diligently prepared their interpellation and patiently wait for their turn. Comsec, paki-recognize po ang mga resource persons sa hapong ito.
For our guest, we have from Bureau of Internal Revenue, Mr. June Cabantac, Chief Large Taxpayers Division, Albino Galanza, Regional Director, and Felix Paul Velasco. For PESA, we have Director General Charito Ching Plaza. For abs-cbn in the plenary, we have Mr. Martin Lopez, Ms. Socorro Bidanes, COO for Broadcast, Attorney Enrique Quiason, Corporate Secretary, Resource Persons for Taxes, Mr. Ricardo Tan, Group Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Alvin Serrado, Chief Financial Officer, Attorney Lucille Becerra, Tax Counsel, Attorney Otelo Carag, Tax Counsel, Attorney Laura Victoria Layug, Tax Counsel, Attorney Marvin Ibarra, Legal Counsel, Ms. Catherine Lopez, Head of Cluster 3 Finance Operations. Via Zoom, we have Mr. Carlo Katigbak, President and CEO, Attorney Mario Ayo Bautista, General Counsel, Ms. Consuela Lopez, Chief of Staff. From abs-cbn Lingkod Kapamilya Foundation, via Zoom, we have Ms. Susan Afan, Managing Director. For abs-cbn Holdings Corporation, we have Ms. Melanie Caimol, Assistant Vice President for Financial Management of Lopez Holdings. Ms. Josephine Adrian Abarca, Head, Accounting Standards Group Partner Assurance, CISIP Gores Vilayan Company. And Mr. Benedict Togonon, Senior Partner and the Head of the Tax Department of the law firm of Quezon Macalintal Barro Torres Ibarra, Season and Damaso.
Maraming salamat, Comsec. Bilang chairperson po ng Blue Ribbon Committee o ng Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability, natutuwa ako at umabot tayo sa ikasampung komprehensibong pandinig sa mga usapin ukol sa prangkisa ng abs-cbn. Kung po sa usaping basketball, tayo po ay nasa fourth quarter na ng ating laban ngayong araw na ito. Buo po nating tinatayang dinggin ang bawat panig sa mga isyong nakahain upang iparating sa ating mga kababayan na nag-aabang sa resulta ng pagdinig na ito kung mabibigyan nga ba ng prangkisa ang abs-cbn o madidinay ang kanilang prangkisa. Muli, tayo po ay napapanood via live stream sa Facebook page ng House of Representatives, gayon din po sa Facebook page ng inyong Congressman Kuya Jose Antonio R.C. Alvarado. Chairman Chicoy.
Thank you, Sir Jonathan. Itutuloy po natin ang pagtatanong sa alegasyong paglapag ng abs-cbn sa mga umiiral na tax laws ng bansa. Maswerte po tayo, nagpapasalamat na kasama pa rin natin mga kinatawan ng mga ahensya ng gobyerno na makakapagbigay linaw sa mga paratang laban sa ABS tungkol sa pag-iwas o hindi pagbayad ng tamang buwis. Atin din pong pinahalagahan ang pagtalo ng abs-cbn ng kanilang mga opisyal at tax experts upang ipaliwanag sa atin ang mga usaping kaugnay sa buwis. Nagpapasalamat din po tayo sa ating mga sekretariat na kasama natin at matyagang umaagapay sa ating pagtutulong. Chair Jonathan.
Maraming salamat, Chairman Chigoy. Sa ating iksampung pagdinig, makikita naman po at makita naman sana ng ating mga kasama at ng mga nanonood ang ating pagsusumikap na ilabas ang katotohanan sa pagdinig na ito, magkaroon ng patas na pagdinig, maging komprehensibo sa ating proseso, ayon na rin sa direktiba ng ating Speaker, Alan Peter Cayetano. Hindi po natin pinatatagal ang prosesong ito ng aplikasyon ng abs-cbn, ngunit dahil po sa may mga isyong lumilitaw sa mga position papers ng iba't ibang stakeholders, ito po ang ating dinidinig at nilalayong mabigyan ng linaw lalo na ngayong araw na ito sa usapin ng taxes ng ABS-CBN. Kahapon po ay via Zoom ay binigyan po natin ng pagkakataon o tinawag po natin si Mr. Jason Sa. Yun na lamang ay hindi po yata siya nasabihan ng ating secretariat na siya ay doon pa bibigyan ng pagkakataon makasagot sa usapin ng taxes ng ABS-CBN kung saan tayo po ay halos inabot na ng alas 8 ng gabi bago magsimula kahapon. At sa Facebook page po ni Mr. Jason Sa, kanya pong nasabi na they told me to leave the Zoom, so I left. Ate my dinner and took my meds to calm me down. Tapos I'm told na tinawagan ako sa Zoom para namang sira itong sina Chairman Alvarado at Alvarez. Tinatanggap po namin ni Chairman Alvarez ang prinsipyo po ng command responsibility. Kung meron man po sa membro ng secretariat, sa committee secretariat na nakapagbigay ng maling impormasyon kay Mr. Jason Sa, kami na po ni Chairman Chikoy ang umaako at winawarningan po namin ni Chairman Chikoy ang secretariat, ang committee secretariat na bigyan ng mas maayos na pagturing ang ating mga guest dahil sila ay nagbibigay ng oras hindi lamang para sa committee ito kung hindi sa buong bansang Pilipinas. Sa lahat po ng mga guest na hindi nakaranas ng maganda sa aming pag-iimbita sa inyo, kami na po ni Chairman Chikoy ang umaako ng responsibilidad, true command responsibility, paumanhin po sa inyong lahat. Ngayon po ba, Comsec, ay makakasama po ba natin si Ginoong Jason Sa upang magbigay ng pahayag?
Wala po siya sa Zoom as of now.
Kung wala po siya sa Zoom ngayon, ay iniimbitahan po natin muli si Mr. Jason Sa at sana mapaunlakan niya tayo sa susunod po natin na hearing. Chairman Chikoy?
Maraming salamat, Kong Jonathan. Ngayon po, bago din tawagin ang pinakaunang magtatanong, kung saan babalikan po natin dapat si Kong P.D. Persaga, meron lang pong maikling manifestation si Congresswoman Mickey Biolago. Bago po tayo magsimula, Kong Mickey.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good afternoon to everyone. Ito pong manifestation ko, it's not because I am pro o anti-ABS-CBN, but in aid of legislation po. Kasi it's caught to my attention that there are more than 15 broadcasting companies that are still continuously to be on air even though their franchises are already expired since 2015, 2016, and 2017, and so on. So, ang ano ko lang po dito, gaya nga po ng madalas na sinasabi ng ating Vice Chair Mike Defensor, na dapat maging patas ang ating ang proseso natin. So, may I ask the NTC to make a proper action regarding on this matter. Na bakit po hanggang ngayon, merong mga broadcasting companies na continuous po ang paglabas nila kahit expired na ang kanilang mga franchises. They might also be violate any labor law o tax evasion law. Sana po ay makita din natin ito para maging patas tayo sa paningin po ng ating sambayan ng Pilipino na wala po tayong sabi nga po kinikilingan na anuman na broadcasting company para makita rin po natin kung ito po ba talaga ay kalakaran na sa industriya ng broadcasting. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair and Mr. Chair Alvarado and Mr. Chair Alvarez.
Maraming salamat, Congresswoman Mickey Biolago, at mahari mo pong i-file sa Committee on Legislative Franchises kung gusto mo pong magkaroon ng House Resolution tungkol po doon sa mga expired franchises na nag-e-ere pa rin. Ay welcome ka po na mag-file ng isang House Resolution, Congressman Mickey Biolago. Chairman Chicoy.
Maraming salamat po, Chair Alvarado.
Noted po sa manifestation ninyo, Kong Mickey Biolago. Ngayon po, dako na po tayo sa pagsisimula sa ating continuation po sa interpellation. Binibigay po natin ngayon ang floor. Babalik natin ulit kay Congressman P.D. Barsaga kung saan meron siya natirang 10 minuto kagabi at muli siyang dinagdagan ng oras ni Deputy Speaker Garcia, Congressman Gonzales, Alonte, Ferrer, Loyola, at Fernandez.
Mr. Chairman, parliamentary inquiry.
Yes, Congressman Remulla.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Kahapon kasi, si Congressman Barsaga was only able to present his analysis. He started presenting his analysis at almost 9 o'clock in the evening. Medyo pagod na ho tayong lahat nung oras na yon. Can I request the committee to allow Congressman Barsaga to repeat at least the salient points of his presentation last night so we can have a continuity of the thinking process dito po ngayon, kasi mahirap po na i-reverse po natin yung nangyari kagabi sa presentation ngayong araw. In other words, Mr. Chairman, kung pwede ulitin na lang niya yung presentation niya para sariwa po ang lahat.
Congressman Barsaga.
Una, nagpapasalamat ako kay Kong Boying Remulla sa kanyang manifestation. Pero I will just be making a brief summary of what transpired last night para sunod-sunod ang takbo ng ating interpellation. So maraming salamat.
Congressman Barsaga, gaya po ng sinabi ko sa iyo kagabi ay maaari ka pong muli magtanong ngayong araw na ito at sana po pakibigay po sa amin yung brief summary at very brief lang po, Congressman Barsaga. Maraming salamat po.
Let me start my interpellation, and the summary shall be given once the issue would again be touched in my interpellation. Unang-una, for clarification, na-suspend ang hearing natin kagabi sapagkat pinag-uusapan na sana ang ABS Holdings Corporation. Unfortunately, walang resource person ang ABS-CBN Holdings Corporation. Kaya ngayong araw na to, ipagpapatuloy ko ang aking interpellation sa ABS Holdings Corporation at gusto ko lang malaman kung meron ng resource person para sagutin ang paglilinaw sa ABS-CBN Holdings Corporation.
Mr. Chairman, we have on Zoom 3 resource persons for ABS Holdings Corporation. Mr. Benedict Dugonon, Tax Counsel, Ms. Milani Caimol, the auditor or internal auditor, and Ms. Josephine Abarca from SGV Accounting Standards Group.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
sapagkat ngayon pa lamang ang ito pa lamang ang unang pagkakataon na sila ay harap sa ating pagpupulong, iminumungkahi ko na sila, katulad ng ating mga resource persons, ay isailalim sa isang panunumpa.
Yes, Honorable Barsaga. May we know if there are other guests who are here for the first time, COMSEC? Yes, can you put it on record? Are there other guests, COMSEC, that are new to this? Okay.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, we have. May we request the guests here in the plenary and those in Zoom to take their oath, and we direct the committee secretary to administer the oath. So ordered.
May I ask the resource person from the abs-cbn Holdings and from Ms. Catherine Lopez to please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth before these joint congressional inquiries, so help you God? Thank you.
Thank you, Comsec. Thank you to our guest here and in the Zoom. The Honorable Barsaga may continue.
Mr. Chairman, sa ating pagpupulong rito, napakaraming financial statements at dokumento na binigay ang ABS Corporation pati na ang kanyang subsidiaries and other companies. Kaya ang una kong tanong, yung bang financial statements na binigay dito sa committee, katulad ng ABS-CBN Holdings Corporation, is there anyone who can certify na yung mga dokumentong niyon ay authentic, accurate, and true?
ABS-CBN.
For holding, so we have Ms. Kaimol who could answer. She's on Zoom.
So the authentication is being asked on ABS Holdings documents. Yes, may we request the representative to kindly reply to the query of the Honorable Barsaga.
Good afternoon, Your Honors. I'm Lani Kaimol for ABS-CBN Holdings. To answer your question po, the financial statements and other documents that were submitted to your office are authenticated po.
Marami pong salamat, Honorable Barsaga.
At para maiwasan ang issue ng confidentiality ng tax records ng isang corporation, I would like ABS-CBN Holdings, kung katulad ng ABS-CBN Corporation, wini-waive nila ang confidentiality ng kanilang tax records.
Opo, Your Honor.
Yes, wait. Are we asking BIR or ABS-CBN Holdings?
ABS-CBN Holdings, ito po ang sinimulan ko kagabi,
Yes,
pero
Your Honor.
hindi natin na ipagpatuloy sapagkat ang sabi ng mga resource persons ng ABS-CBN, walang sino man silang representative na pwedeng sumagot sa ABS-CBN Holdings Company.
So hindi na po ang BIR o ano pa bang ahensya?
Well, the BIR definitely would be necessary
Yes.
for confirmation ng tax payments and tax records ng ABS-CBN Holdings Company.
So may we ask the Associate Commissioner Kabantak?
Later on, Mr. Chairman,
Okay,
ako na
go ahead.
tatanong. Okay. Unang-una, sa ABS-CBN Holdings Company, 3 corporation ang ating pag-uusapan base sa aking paglilinaw. We have the shares of stocks of ABS-CBN Corporation, shares of stocks of Lopez Incorporated, and of course, ABS Holdings Company. Just for the record, tama ba na sabihin na itong 3 korporasyon na to, ABS-CBN Holdings, Lopez Incorporated, at pati na ABS Holding Corporation, ang lahat ng controlling stockholders or majority stockholders would be the Lopez family? Sisi natin, Mr. Chairman, ABS-CBN Corporation, totoo ba? The controlling interest is the Lopez family.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Susunod naman natin, ABS-CBN Holdings Company, Corporation. We have the corporate secretary, my good friend, Attorney Yason.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. And what about Lopez Incorporated? Totoo ba na ang controlling stockholder ng Lopez Incorporated ay ang Lopez family? From
Mr. Chairman, Lopez Inc. is controlled by 4 family corporations or belonging to the Lopez family.
Okay. So, ang Lopez family is controlled by 4 family corporations coming from the Lopez family.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much. So, sisimulan natin ang istorya ng ABS-CBN Holdings Company. Wartec, what's the official name? The official name is that Wartec Holdings Corporation was organized on March 30, 1999. It has a capitalization of an authorized capital stock of 10,000 pesos.
At that point, Your Honor, yes.
Tama. Nagsimula ang
Hindi po 10,000 pesos, 1,000 lang po. Congressman
1,000.
Rosario.
Thank you for the correction. Tama ba? 1,000?
1,000.
And 50% belongs to Lopez Incorporated.
Today, ho, it's 60%.
Ha?
Today, it's...
No. In 1999 pala
Yes,
tayo.
Yes, Your Honor.
In 1999, 50% Lopez Incorporated, 10% to Oscar Lopez, 10% to Manuel Lopez, 10% to Presentacion Pinakis,
Sinak.
10% to Romel Duran, and 10% to Eugenio Lopez III. Tama po ba, Mr. Attorney Quasi?
That's correct.
Yes, on. Okay. Pagkatapos, pagdating ng September, binago ang pangalan ng Wartech Holdings Corporation at ginawa itong abs-cbn Holdings Corporation. September 16, 1999. Tama po ba?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. And then, after several days, nag-transfer ang Lopez Incorporated ng 132 million shares of stocks ng abs-cbn.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Oh, that's correct. Thank you very much. At siyempre, nung i-transfer ang shares of stocks ng Lopez Corporation to abs-cbn Holdings Corporation, to the holding company, what was the mode of the transfer? Binigay ba lamang to ng Lopez Incorporated? Binili ng abs-cbn holding company o inutang?
It was transferred through the stock exchange. The abs-cbn shares were already listed at that time. And abs-cbn shares were already listed at that time, and they were transferred by Lopez Inc. to ABS Holdings. And
abs-cbn
shares were already listed at that time, and they
were
were transferred.
already listed. Eh siyempre, ayan yung aking kaibigan, si Mike Defensor, kahit na to listed, para ma-acquire ng holding company, there must be a transfer. Tama po ba?
Yes, it was transferred.
And so what was the mode of the transfer?
It was transferred to the stock exchange, and there was a liability on the part of ABS Holdings.
Okay, so there was liability on the part of abs-cbn Holding, or on the part of the holding company, the Lopez Incorporated.
Yes.
And how much was the liability?
It will be the
I have the figures. Titingnan ko lamang, Mr. Chairman. 46 pesos times 132 million shares, that would be equivalent to 6 billion 72 million 10,000 pesos.
yes, Your Honor.
Oh, yes. So, itong 6 billion 72 million investment ng abs-cbn Holdings Corporation representing the abs-cbn shares.
That's correct, Your Honor. It will appear in the books as an asset of...
Okay. And it was acquired at 46 pesos.
Yes, Your Honor.
At iyon namang liability would be also for the same amount of 6 billion 72 million 10 pesos.
That's correct. But that was paid when ABS Holdings issued the PDRs to
And that
and
would
offered
be,
about the same amount, Your Honor.
okay. So yung bang PDR for 132 million, which was transferred by Lopez Incorporated to the holding company at the price of 72,010,000 reflected as a liability in the books of accounts of the holding company.
The liability was already paid.
Huh?
What happened was Lopez Inc. transferred the shares to ABS Holdings. ABS Holdings booked that liability to Lopez Inc. And then ABS Holdings sold PDRs, and the proceeds of those PDRs were used to pay Lopez Inc. and to offset that
Dandan muna
liability.
tayo. I'm a little bit confused. Very basic naman tayo rito eh. The holding company at the very start does not own any shares of ABS-CBN. Tama
That's correct.
po ba?
That's correct.
Pagkatapos, later on, the holding company was able to acquire 132 million shares of stocks from ng ABS-CBN Corporation.
That's correct. Your Honor.
Yes. At syempre, yung acquisition nila, nakalagay sa kanilang asset, 6,072,010,000 pesos.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Asset. Basic naman bookkeeping. For every asset, there must be the corresponding entry on liability or capital. This, you don't have to be an accountant. Simple bookkeeping. So ano ang ginawang entry ng holding company sa kanilang liability and stockholders equity?
May liability ho ang ABS Holdings to Lopez Inc. of that amount, 6 billion.
Yung ba reflected sa financial statements ng holding company?
It was reflected in the books at that time.
Okay. Next question. Naibenta ba ng holding company yung 132 million shares of stocks?
Hindi po. Ang binenta ho ng company, what ABS-CBN Holdings did was to issue PDRs.
Okay.
Over the
To
underlying.
issue PDRs.
Yes, Your Honor.
Babalik na naman tayo sa dating problema. Yun namang PDRs, alam natin, there is the underlying common shares of stock.
Yes, yes, sir.
Kaya ang susunod kong tanong, Panyero, yung bang 132 million shares of stocks where the corresponding 132 million PDRs were issued?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. And it was issued for what amount?
46 pesos.
Ha?
46 pesos.
46 pesos. At base rin sa inyong presentation,